Kobe, 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 Kobe. For the last 20 years, you have given me 20 years of accomplishments, 20 years of memories, 20 years of good times and bad. I can remember every single moment that we shared together and how it has impacted my life. The year you won your first championships, it must have been a great feeling. I shared that with you not only because I watched, but I was there when the time when Y2K was happening. It was a time where I had graduated high school and college was tough. When you won your first title, I got my first career job, Director of Sales and Marketing at a very large automotive parts company. I was so proud of you and I was happy for you. I was proud and happy for me, especially since we found success together and now we were going to get paid a lot of money. By the time you won your third straight title, I had moved on to become Director of Sales and Marketing for a large wheel manufacturer. This is when were entering your prime, and I was entering mine. This was my dream, and although I had accomplished a lot at a very young age, I knew there was more to come. Like when you scored 81 points in one game, which was the best that anybody has seen on television. I remember thinking about your success, and I too thought about a number. That number was $50 million. $50 million. $50 million was the number I generated in sales and through my marketing for 1 year at the wheel company. We were both 25 years of age and accomplished things most other 25-year-olds have not. Yet we were still not satisfied. 2008 came around. You had your own team. You didn't have to worry about Shaq, but now you had to come out of the shadow. I also left and started my own company. 2008 was new to both of us. We had our own thing and found immediate success. But that success also had a humbling moment. Your loss to the Celtics was like a slap in the face. And after generating millions from my previous companies, generating millions for myself did not happen immediately. 2009, your first NBA title without Shaq, with your own team. By this time, my business was doing good, but yet that humbling loss the previous year kept me humble. I knew you were humble as well because we both wanted ultimate success and glory. This title to you was empty because it wasn't a win over the Celtics. 2010 came around. You finally beat the Celtics to win back-to-back NBA titles. For some reason, when you won, I started crying, and I never cry. Probably because with this fifth title, you had proved to everyone you could win without Shaq, and now was in the conversation to be the best of all time. It was at this point you became my protector of Rome, Rome being Los Angeles. And as conversations began about you being the greatest of all time, compared to Michael Jordan, I started to feel like I was on top of the world, and I was at the best at what I did, and I did it here in Los Angeles. This had been incredible to me because in the aftermarket automotive industry, I felt nobody was better. I felt as a successful businessman in Los Angeles, which I consider the car capital of the world and the center of the universe, and had more merit than who had success somewhere else. And as I had thousands of clients as friends from different parts of the world, I remember having fun, confrontational conversations about you being the best. Clients in Miami were talking about LeBron James. In Boston, they were talking about the Celtics. In Chicago, they were talking about Michael Jordan. In the end, I always argued about you being the best. And in my opinion, on this matter, it was well respected. Then came your injuries when you tore your Achilles. I had lost my business. How did something so good crash so fast? But even though you had torn your Achilles, you were still able to walk to the free throw line and shoot those two baskets. Although this was the beginning of the end and you kept getting injured, your dedication and unwillingness to die encouraged me more than ever. That last game when you scored 60 points, game-winning shot, was so memorable, more memorable in LA than the Warriors breaking the regular season record for wins. I remember being with my family and my friends, enjoying and watching this game. How the bar that I was at exploded when you scored that last shot. And in that moment, no matter how hard life was in the past, after losing my business, getting a divorce from my wife, I felt closure to that life I had and excited about the life to come. I was happy for me, and once again I cried. All these great moments, the championships, the 81 points, beating the Celtics, the desire to be the best of all time. You worked hard and so did I. Every moment I'll take to my grave, but perhaps it is not what you did, perhaps it is the effect that you had on my life, and how we shared the good times and bad. Thank you for 20 years. Mamba out.
Once upon a time, there was a young basketball player who had dreams of becoming one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
My name is Kobe Bryant. I'm 17 years old. With the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be.
He worked day and night, every day, for years and years and years and years and years. As time went on, 20 years had passed, and he felt that he had accomplished all that he set out to accomplish. But what he come to realize is that the goal that he set out initially of becoming the greatest of all time was a very fickle one. And when he realized that the most important thing in life is how your career moves and touches those around you, and how it carries forward to the next generation. When you realize that's what makes true greatness. The story would be about transformation of a kid looking inwardly to then growing up and understanding the importance and the power is looking outward.